Biggest shout out to our Patreons. We started this podcast when we were out of luck on the dole, and thanks to Patreon, we've been able to put the Northwest in the spotlight where it belongs.
For as little as £3 a month, you get access to an extra episode every week, plus a live show, which we have some of the biggest comedians in the UK joining us for that live show that we do every monthly, with comedians from the UK live. On stage.
If you're a £10 Patreon, you get free tickets to the show every month as well.
She could bum me, lads.
There we go. Can I squeeze on them titties?
Lemon.
Got a proper tough skin, that.
Yeah, it's a fucking lemon.
I have trading cards of old granny porn stars.
Yeah, we've got loads of specials on the Patreon as well, everything from sports days. Genuinely think I've pulled the hamstring, but it'd be worth it when I win this trophy.
Sleepovers.
Axe throwing.
Puzzle rooms.
Amy wrote me a set to do on stage, which was dead embarrassing. Have a look at these.
I have wanked over my nan.
The more you pledge, the more benefits you get, including early access, Q&A with guests, club cards, prints, discount on merch.
Loads of stuff. If you love this podcast and want to support it, get extra content, help us thrive, sign up today, patreon.com/The Mild High Club. Just £3 a month. What's that? Nothing, is it? Go ahead. Sign up.
Love you.
It's happening. We're
Oh,
back.
yeah.
We're joined by special guests Jamie H and Apocalypse Tom.
Yes.
Back in the room.
It's
Halloween.
Apocalypse
We've all dressed in black as well.
Yeah.
Apart from
I'm
me.
in mourning.
I get grief for this sometimes, you know.
I missed the goth memo for Halloween. But it was Christmas Day for us.
I get
Completely
grief sometimes because I wear all black. Because the thing is, I used to be superstitious about gigs. Joe, like, oh, I had a shit gig in a maroon shirt.
Yeah.
So I could never wear maroon again. Delete Maroon 5 off my phone and everything. Like, I'm maroon free live now. And then I just thought I'm just going to dress all in black, and then it takes the decision out.
Yeah.
But it's just filtered into my everyday life where we always wear all black. And I get comments and stuff. I was like, nice to see Jamie in colour because I wore navy blue once.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like,
Who your fans, you like your ma? Like, wear some colour.
yeah, bring your eyes
That's
out.
what Dean always used to wear, black
Yeah.
and grey. That was it when I met him, and now he's
No, I've got
still
no black
wearing
clothes.
black and
Thing
grey.
is, because I used to tattoo, like, black ink just used to get all over me and that, so I just buy only black clothes.
Yeah,
And then any
yeah.
colour clothes, I'd just dye them black as well. Like, but it's like you say, it makes it easier going, what am I going to wear on stage or whatever? You just go,
Sometimes,
black
though,
t-shirt.
I do feel like a drama student.
Yeah.
So, like, just because I'm high energy and everything.
Have you ever owned a turtleneck?
No, that's the next stage,
Yeah,
isn't
it
it?
is, isn't it?
That's
Yeah.
going to be like my third special, I think.
The turtleneck
Just
special.
Turtleneck.
Every special, they just get higher and higher. You've got a balaclava on the last one.
I just feel like a fraud if I try and be too adventurous.
Yeah.
Like, in the back of my head, something's just like, get to JD. What are you doing here?
There's just something about, though, seeing an act dye in a floral shirt. Like, you've got a shirt to gig in and you're dying.
Yeah.
At least in black, you dress for the occasion.
I always say that about, like, character acts. Do you know, like,
yeah.
I get it. Like, they smash when they work and that. But, do you know, if you had a bad gig and then you got to go off and you
dressed
got to,
as a
like,
badger.
wipe your fucking thing off and
Wipe
take your
your
mask
makeup
off.
off.
And, yeah, just like...
That's why I'm not putting effort in for tonight. I've got to do a Halloween gig. You meant to dress up. I've dug a mask out of my wardrobe that I had, like, when I was a kid, used to scare me ma with. I'm one of them.
Is that a vintage mask?
I don't know. It's minty. I probably shouldn't be putting it on my Facebook.
Vintage.
And then one of them Scottish hats, and I'm just gonna bang them together.
Oh, yeah, just mix and match.
Like William Wallace's ghost or
Scottish,
something.
yeah, Scottish zombie.
You do a great Scottish accent, though. I think you pull
So
it
I
off.
see. As soon as you said that, I was gonna do it, and the fucking pressure's too
Are you
much.
going to
now.
just try and do your whole set in Scottish?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna do it until someone, like, I see someone's eyebrow twitch, and I'll be like,
Right.
Just,
yeah,
no, just
convincing.
commit to it. Just don't, like, just be all
Just
the way
say,
yeah, I
through.
can say sitting for, so it's just like it can be like, you'll be funny. Stuff like that gets me into it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'll like, but like 5 minutes before
Just
I'll start to get in method act.
Flag that you're Scottish, but you moved to Liverpool.
Yeah.
So if anything comes through, it's just like, because you've moved. Do you know
I would
what
like to do a set in an accent as well.
Do
I
that
did. I did Stockton Gong Show when I had my old character.
What was your old character?
It was an old persona. I used to go in like an Adidas jacket and be Liam Gallagher caricature.
Yeah.
So I was dead arrogant, but with self-deprecating material, because I
Right.
thought, oh, that's a nice little contrast. So I go, like, I'm fucking ugly, like, all right, and stuff like that. And I went on in Stockton, and I went, right, congratulations, I'm here. And so I went, fuck off. And all my confidence was drained. And you can't have a meet Liam Gallagher. So I went, and the thing is with Manchester, right, it's better than London. I'm just absolutely what the ground just swallowed me up.
Was that in the gong or?
That was in the gong.
Oh.
2 cards went up,
Yeah.
and the third one weren't just wasn't coming. It's like they was keeping me alive.
Mercy card.
I was just writhing like a rat in bleach.
Just
Like,
want-
put this card.
Yeah, put me out
bullet
of
in my
misery,
head,
yeah.
please. for
Them
fuck's sake.
moments in comedy, is pursuing that a bit like self-harm?
Not really. It's self-discovery, innit?
Do you reckon?
I always thought of it as character building because I always was rather deluded
Yeah.
in that I should be at the top. Do you know what I mean? I had that just internally.
So it was humbling.
Yeah. I always felt it. I always thought the long term. Even when I started, I was quite rational. Like the first 2 years, I get your stage timing and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and try different characters and styles. I used to be deadpan for about 6 months. And now if you see me, I'm just fucking run around like a...
Now you can't do doubles anymore because you hit your knee. Going too hard. That was funny what you were saying about your work in progress because you done your first one. And you said you hit it. You started well too hard.
But Callum saw it as well. He went,
Yeah.
oh, he started off well. Do you know, like someone sprinting at the marathon, went, oh, shit, no. It's 25 miles to go.
Yeah.
I was barking in someone's face after 45 seconds.
That's what they want, though, innit? That's what they expect when they come and see Jamie. So it's like, just give them it.
You gotta hope that the crowd was a bit exhausted by the time you like slowed down a bit as well.
Yeah, you just like praying like, this needs an applause break because I need a breather.
Yeah.
I just
got
just
9.
need a rest.
You should have an intermission. Just so you can get pissed off.
Yeah, that's me.
So you looking fresh today? No, not go out last night. No.
No, I've had, one day off it. I was going to be dead proud of myself then, but it's only Monday, innit? Yeah, I got fucking hammered on Saturday, mate, so I'm not gigged this weekend.
Yeah. Did you have a poker night or something? See on Facebook.
So I went with like my mates who we don't see often, so it's the old guard we used to hang around with. So it was just getting pissed, calling each other's mums, just
As
like,
you do, yeah.
like we're 18, 19 again, just dead
Yeah.
infantile, which was just perfect, rather than fucking gigging in Coventry or something. No offense, Coventry man, them, but
It's just far away. Isn't
yeah,
it?
it's just so yeah, and I didn't feel pissed all night, but I had a full bottle of rum, and I woke up with just a horrific hangover. I went, I wasn't even pissed, and I'm still getting punished.
Yeah.
So yesterday I just monged out, watched footy, and
Nice.
married at first sight. And
Doesn't it get to a point where you're hungover so much it's just like a baseline now?
well, yeah,
So when you
sometimes.
start to feel normal, you're like, the fuck's going on
Well,
with me?
sometimes feeling fresh is a bit like,
Yeah,
oh,
startling.
no, this isn't right. This
Something not right,
There's something wrong with the equilibrium.
I know what you mean as well, about like
Fucked.
with your old mates, because it does, like, obviously, like, we all get along dead well, but it's nice to just meet a mate who doesn't give a fuck about comedy.
Oh, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
The last like generic questions like, oh, how's the stand-up going? But you're not like,
That's like the first
talking
chat
shit
though,
and
innit?
whatnot,
they're not
then you
impressed
go-
by it. Like,
Yeah.
like they're happy for you and that, but they're just like, well, I'm not asked if you did.
Yeah, gig for
such and
farmers
such.
and that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not asked you did the Glee or whatever.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? I was like, I don't give a fuck. I never
Yeah.
heard of it. So all this importance, if you live too much in the comedy bubble, you just get enveloped by it, don't
Yeah.
you?
And
just-
you end up boring.
You
And
forget that like there's other stuff going on, don't you?
That's what I mean. Sometimes you that's why I'm glad I've got mates outside it. Therefore,
Yeah.
How have you been, Tom? We've not seen you
Good.
for a while.
Sounds, yeah.
Yeah, you
Thinking
done.
of
it.
You
Thinking a
hosted
bit
Hot
more.
Water last week, didn't
Glad
you?
it was sick.
That was a
It was
good one.
good.
It was like
It was
200 in
alright,
or something, wasn't it?
yeah,
I was like,
Oh,
fucking
yeah,
hell.
yeah.
Must have known I wasn't there or something.
Yeah, man. You know, Emerson Young,
Yeah.
he's a boss kid.
Yeah,
and,
it's hilarious, isn't it?
I went to him, I went, do you want to go on last meet? And he was like, yeah, if you think so. And that was his mad and dad in the front. I didn't even realise.
Yeah.
And I just remember saying, like, you know, the nicer you are, the better this kid will be. And he was doing boss, like, applause breaks and that. And then just, like, I could hear him murmuring. Apparently what has happened is this one was talking through the last half section and someone's went, love, do you mind? Like, I can't hear what's going on. And then she's went, I've got autistic kids, or something like that. And
Oh,
it just
right, yeah.
fucking booted off. You were closer to it, weren't you?
Yeah, it kicked off. So basically one woman told us to shut up. She was like, don't tell me to shut up. And it just fucking...
Booted off, yeah.
John was just watching it for ages. I was like, John.
know.
Paul Emerson's like, what's going on? Do you know what I mean? But he pulled it back together.
Night out was good after, wasn't it? I blacked
fucking
out.
hell,
Yeah, I was in here. You phoned me while we were playing Blind Man's Bluff.
Oh, yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
Callum was trying to find me with a blindfold on, and we were all trying to be dead quiet. Next thing, I'm answering the phone going, Tom, I need to put the phone down because Callum's after me.
Throwing dildos at each other.
Running at me with a dildo.
I just went, don't fucking call us Callum.
I was a fucking bomb site. I had to put an existential, just a public apology. Like, I'm sorry to anyone I hurt.
Did you do the seance or something?
No, I didn't do
I thought
seance.
you were doing a Halloween seance.
Me? No.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I thought...
Didn't we say we was going to do?
Yeah, yeah.
We did.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
I forgot.
I was on a bottle of rum.
No.
So you,
you and Tony were going to do one?
Yeah, because we got sent a Ouija board ages ago.
And you've done Dot Cotton or
and
something?
we interviewed Dot Cotton when she died.
Oh, yeah, she's
via, via Ouija board. And we also interviewed the Queen when she died.
Oh, okay.
And stuff like that. So, because we had like
stuff like that.
Classic,
you know.
Did you get the Queen?
Yeah,
we
couldn't get
the big guests on ours. The Queen, Tom Lawrenson today. Just roll off the tongue, mate. Yeah, so because we've already set a precedent of interviewing dead people and Halloween coming up, I think Amy suggested you should do a...
Well, today is the perfect day to do it, so do it today.
Yeah, it's out in 2 weeks, so...
Yeah, but 2 weeks, it's Halloween now.
Yeah,
spooky season.
The veil is thinnest today.
I know, but I've not got it in me to be creative today.
Yeah, and I can't see Jamie and Tony like 2 weeks ago going, right, we need to plan forwards.
Well, clearly not, no. Yeah, we had a medium planned, but he bailed. Because, was you... Oh, yeah, you was there for the medium.
Yeah.
He should have known when he booked it.
He didn't know what this podcast was, so I don't know if afterwards he was like... Not coming back on
Is
there
it the
again.
same fella?
Yeah, it was that.
I was talking about him the other day because he was saying he got me with a few boss ones like, oh, was your uncle mad? And I was like, yeah, fucking hell, he was, yeah.
Yeah, because you're a comic, so
yeah.
He
just called me, but I wanted to believe it so much, and then like, the more I think about that episode, there's footage of me online going, he said what? You know what I mean? Like getting all like emotional and shit. And I was like, he's just supposed to like, you fucking.
There's just techniques to doing it though, isn't there? Cold reading and stuff.
Yeah, but some of the stuff he was saying was mad though.
Yeah, but then
like,
you feel like
he figures it out and you don't even realise it.
And he'd go, oh, someone's saying there's a ring, and because I was so interested in the other shit, I was like, no, there's no ring, but what else? You know, like I just completely.
You sucker.
He's got me hook, line and sinker, that fella.
Yeah.
Proper tearing up and that. What a fucking tit I had.
Oh, no.
I wear proper heavy eyes and that,
That's cute,
didn't I?
isn't it?
And he must have been like, go on. Yeah, go on. Let that lip kill.
Do you believe in like paranormal? And no, not asked.
No.
Okay, next subject.
My grand's like fucking a weirdo with it all. And I
What do you mean by that?
She's just a fucking Fruit Loop. Do you know what I mean?
Does it like, or into it?
She don't like me auntie because she's like Scorpio or whatever.
Okay,
it's like, oh, that don't match with a fucking Libra.
Okay, so you're just telling me that your nan is a woman. That's it. We're all like that.
But I drank holy water when I was a kid to think it give me powers.
Yeah. I had some of the bread.
Origin story, boss.
I had the body of
nothing
Christ.
happened. And I was like, fuck's sake, I'm going to have to reach. So I just filled it back up. Sorry, Gran, it's tap water.
No wonder if fucking exorcisms haven't been working. These used to work, these. Why's the devil still here?
Yeah, we talked about it a bit on Patreon, didn't we, last Patreon? But my mum was a medium. But, so to use, she's a crazy woman who
Con artist.
Who pretend, but she didn't charge for it. She just abused me with it.
That's priceless.
So one of the things,
it's an open spot medium.
One of the things was like, so
Gone small.
There was there was this girl that came to her. So we had to go and find her grave in the graveyard, right? So we'd go to the graveyard all the time, and she found this like empty spot of grass, and she was like, oh, there's 12 kids in there, and we'd go visit her all the time. And and we got like a big angel from B&M, just put it on, and we go visit all the time. How mad's that?
B&M Angel for a fucking
12.
genocide of children.
Yeah, for a shallow grave of 12 kids.
What did you take to fucking Auschwitz? We'll go home and bargains for this one.
No, Dunelm.
Auschwitz.
Respect.
Yeah, that's heavy, isn't it?
Yeah,
Bloody hell.
that's
But that's
rough.
why I'm like, I don't necessarily. I don't know. I feel like there's stuff we don't know. Even
there's
though
stuff we don't know.
That
Well, I don't-
that was like,
I
I don't think that was necessarily true. But I can't definitely be like shut off to stuff. Do you know what I mean? Especially because at the minute I'm dabbling in poisonous mushrooms.
As you do.
And they're, you know, the red ones with the spots on.
Oh, the classic mushroom, like a Luigi
The fairy
mushroom.
tale mushroom.
Fairy
yeah.
tale.
Yeah. And also there's like speculation.
Are they
that,
poisonous?
yeah, the
They
poisonous.
look so inviting.
Microdosing
Well, I don't know.
poison.
Yeah.
It's not
great.
poisonous that they'll kill you, though, is it?
Well, that's the thing. Obviously, magic mushrooms or psilocybin, that was classed as poisonous as well at some point. But if you look into like in Sweden and all that, they eat them all the time over there.
Yeah.
So it's only our sort of propaganda, can you call it? I don't know, mushroom propaganda.
Like demonisation.
Good name for a band.
Mushroom
Mushroom
propaganda.
propaganda.
I
I was
love
telling
that.
Tom about your
Send
mates.
them our fiance
List
list.
it. How long has he been compiling them for?
2,500 names on there now.
2,500.
What's the name of his music thing? What is he?
Ultra Authority.
Culture Authority, yeah.
Check it
Go
out.
check that out, yeah.
I'm in a couple of the videos.
But yeah, so you've been doing them little mushrooms, microdosing them, and then
because of it, like there's a loophole where they're legal because there's no psilocybin in them. It's muscimol and some
Is that a
other type of
natural
acid.
ingredient though?
Yeah. So but obviously they are poisonous if you eat a lot of them. But so is paracetamol. If you eat a lot of paracetamol, you're gonna die.
yeah.
Having just the right amount, it's meant to be really good for. And I don't want to give medical advice because you're not allowed to if you're not a doctor.
Yeah, and you're definitely not a
But
doctor.
if you have a look on amanitadreamer.net, it's just this woman in Georgia who's been treating herself with them, right?
Yeah,
and
it's
Just in the
she's-
backwards, picking all the shit up, eating it.
yeah, it's and it's meant to like really help with dealing with trauma.
Yeah,
and it's meant to
depression
be
and that, innit?
yeah, and for ADHD and what was the other thing?
PTSD. innit?
PTSD
all them,
and
like-
anxiety as well. So I've just been trying them out, and I feel like I had a mental breakthrough yesterday, and I only had a little bit.
A
And I
mental
tried it-
breakthrough.
Yeah. And,
Yeah, like
and
she had
I-
a little this much of like one of them red ones, and like about 6 hours later, she was like, "I know everything that's."
How
wrong."
did you take it?
I just ate it. So I
Raw?
dried them out, storing them. But yeah, because the heat and the like dehydration process reduces the acidity in them and brings out the muscimol
You're just
to
going to
acid
keel over
ratio.
one day, you know.
I
All
don't
these
think so.
fucking-
I think I'm doing
Ah.
really well, Tom.
I just love the way you are like, oh, this will fuck me up. It's like you're taking drugs that you aren't even getting the
No, but
benefit
it's-
from right now. It's like long term.
No, but I am getting the benefit.
But it's like having antidepressants in it. If you went to doctors and
Antidepressants
they
are a
give you
killer. They actually are.
antidepressants, you take them every day. It's like a natural one of them that you know is like
because we're not like meant to have antidepressants and therapists. Like that's not a natural part of being a human animal, is it? Like you're
Imagine
meant to be
caveman
mushrooms.
therapist.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh.
Exactly.
Just cave painting. Like,
But I think mushrooms are like the natural head untangling medicine.
Yeah, because they started using them all, like researching it all in America for that exact thing. So like going out and foraging them yourself, picking them, and then
But
you've
they've
got
just been
natural medicine there. Do you know
demonised,
what I
you
mean?
see. But
yeah, because it's like my mum does it as well. So my mum came to me work in progress, and I had to change some of the terms because, for want of a better word, she's thick. So she equates like a drag of a spliff with sucking off people for one shot of heroin.
yeah.
She just sees it's drugs though.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? She just equates like she'd hate this.
Yeah.
No, it's tainting you. And,
That's it though. It's mad because people say
Alcohol
that
is the
and
biggest
alcohol,
Oh, that's
yeah.
what I mean.
Yeah.
So she went out and she bumped into one of my cousins and she was in the toilet a long time. And I went toilet with her and she went, oh, just forgot something. I went, what's she forgot in the toilet? I think she's doing drugs. I went, no. And she went, and a few of my cousins and that get on it. And, you know, as every family, I imagine. So, and then she just goes, you know, it's only you who don't do it. I went, I know. I know.
So you're still not honest with your mum even though you're an adult?
Yeah, because she'll kick me out.
Oh,
Does she watch?
okay.
Does she never watch the Green Room
She
podcast?
don't know how to.
Keep it like that.
Do not never teach you.
But she secretly bought tickets to my work in progress.
Oh, okay.
And then when my mate Theon of Vulture Authority came round my house,
Do you call them that all the time? Hello, the Vulture Authority.
is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's Vulture Authority.
That's not a bag.
So when he come round, yeah, like Batman, he was wearing a bag. He come round and my mum went, "Oh, I just need a word with you a minute." And she was like smirking. I went, "Well, I've worked it out now."
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I went, "You can't come my show." And she thinks I'll talk about hearing my mum shag a lot in the pod because we have thin walls in our house. She thought I didn't want her there because I talk about that.
Oh no.
And she's already seen that and she's fine with it. So I had to pretend, oh yeah, you know, things a mother shouldn't hear.
Yeah.
But it's because she's so anti-drugs. And the first line of my work in progress, exclusive, might not be when it comes out.
But right now.
Is, so I was snorting coke off this big fat brass.
What a way to open, man.
That was my first line. Before saying thanks for coming or anything, it was just, so, snorting coke off this big fat brass.
Okay.
So,
Is that true?
yeah. No. No,
It's true that it's his opening line for his work in progress.
opening line.
Yeah.
Okay.
Line.
Can we talk about brasses? Have you used brasses?
I've only ever been in a brass's waiting room.
Was that like a doctor's
She will
waiting
see you
room?
now.
Yeah,
I'll
you
tell
have to
you
wait
what,
for your number and
It was the
people
most
who are more
like
horny come in and get seen before
it
you.
was honestly like a doctor's waiting room. They had like a caravan magazine and that. So like a bunch of magazines, like this fucking Caravan Weekly.
magazine?
Yeah.
Well, who's into that? Do you know what I mean?
It's like that with the pages.
So my mate was bad for
Someone really like the Voyager 4000.
was like always going to them and stuff. So it was after a night out and was sharing a taxi home and we drive past Shangri-La's, now called Infinity.
Is that the brothel?
Yeah, near mine. Rough, like.
Shout out.
Shangri-La's. 10% off with it.
Shangri-La's now under new management, Infinity. Rest in peace, Shangri-La's. So he went, "Oh, I want to go and see a brass." Oh, for fuck's sake. I weren't into that, Joe. Like, I'm a talker, do you know what I mean? So I just chilled in the waiting room and it was just like, it was really nice. It was like this kind of setup, they had magazines out.
Like this?
I was speaking to the madam.
If you pull that curtain back,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
4 prostitutes stood behind it.
Soft jazz in the background. And that.
So he goes and does whatever he's doing.
Whatever he's paying to do.
And there's this other lad in there in the waiting room. So I felt like, you know, 2 boyfriends out with shopping bags outside the dressing room. But what really annoyed me about this fella, right? Because I was pissed. I was just chatting with the maitre d', whatever you want to call them. And this brass comes down. She's like, you know, on a break or something. She's like, fucking nightmare tonight and all that. Just talking about it like it's a work. I imagine it.
Well, it is though, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
of
that's
course,
it,
yeah. And this guy who's in the waiting room with me, he's like, "All right, darling, what are we saying? You good?"
Oh, no.
I'm like, you know, you don't have to chat them up.
Literally just go, can I have a go, please?
Yeah,
Thank you.
you're paying to get out of your shit chat.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hilarious,
Can't
that.
pull. Do you know what I mean?
There's someone on TikTok because prostitution's legal in Australia. So I was following this girl who moved from America to Australia, and she'd do like reviews after her clients. So she'd be like, "Oh, this one guy had marbles in his dick. 7 out of 10 made me squirt."
Yeah.
And she does
It's
like,
only 7 out of 10, mate.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
That's what I said. But it goes like, because obviously she does them after each one. So you see like her makeup fucking getting a bit worse through the night and that. And all sorts, like it's funny. Just looking more exhausted, like number 9 of the night. Like,
yeah.
but yeah,
So you're still like, so what are you saying to get your ma to not come? You're like,
I was just.
I've got another 3 sex scenes in one.
No. I said I was with a brass and I was just doing shite off her ass. I went, "Don't move. I'm using his cellulite as a line guide." But I was just saying terminology that everyone knows in the room. I was doing the shite off her ass, but my mum will think I was eating shit off her ass.
Yeah.
Because
And you'd rather that than I know you do cocaine.
She's just so literal.
Why don't you just have a word with her?
Because she won't comprehend it. I know what she's like.
I just want to go back to thinking about brasses having like proper work chat. You know, like
yeah.
Fuming at someone's like
I was quite
their dinner out the fridge and all that.
I was
Like,
really,
my mug.
yeah.
my preconceptions were smashed to bits. I thought it'd be really grubby and grotty, and do you know what I mean? And it'd just be stained mattresses all over and stuff. But it was
High quality.
really clean and
Lovely.
Shangri-La's high end.
just
You ever used
really
a brass?
relaxed. Really relaxed. I thought it'd be really like seedy men. But it was just, and you know, like women fags hanging out and stuff
Do
like
you
that.
reckon and they must have locals as well, like lads who were in all the time and that. And do you remember? Oh yeah, there was a documentary, wasn't there, about like a one in Manchester, like a dead famous one, and they were like, "Oh, Jared's back
Piccadilly
again,"
Club.
and they're getting the fucking whips out for Jared's. So like, oh, he loves the whip, Jared's.
Just the usual, please, Barbara.
There's a lad in the local near ours, right? He used to get told he had Parkinson's and that, so he was called Shaky Mike. He had cerebral palsy. He had, you know, just a fucking tick box.
So shaky's like the nicest word you could have called him.
He had everything. He had everything, but he was always the victim, like wind-ups and that. He used to always go to the brass house and everything. And anyway, we're in the pub, and like the alpha of the pub, it's like he's saying, we go to him, to Mike, like, oh, fucking Steve-O, he's fucking fuming me. Like, why? Why? He went, Steve-O's fuming with you, mate. I won't be here when Steve-O comes in. Steve-O comes in, he went, Mike, get in. What? He went, what do you mean what? Let us come to my house today from the police. So he pulls out this letter-headed paper from the police and everything. He went, saying, because he's a piss can, this Mike, so he always blacks out and stuff. And this sounds like me now, but I was blacked out. This is not me, I promise. And he's like, he's going, you've been to Shangri-La's and you kicked off with all the staff and everything. No. He went, and you got arrested and he gave my address. And my wife's found this letter and thinks I'm seeing brasses and she's kicked me out and everything. I'm going to fucking kill you. He went, hey, what? I don't even know. He went, you better ring the police, give him that crime reference number, say, he went, I will. And he's tears in his eyes and everything. He's like, oh, please, I need to admit a crime that was made. And they went, right, what's the crime reference number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, you bastards.
Fucking hell. I love the way there's a cock of a pub as well. Like there's a lot of
loads
hierarchy.
of cock of the pub. And the one's right, there was this dead busy bus station near the pub. Bus stop, sorry. Because it's like 15 minutes out of the town centre. It's fucking swarm. Joe, rush out like 8 o'clock in the morning or whatever, people going work. Just swarms of people. And Steve-O, the cock of the pub, is the driving, sees Mike in the middle of all these people, pulls up, winds his window down, and he goes, you little fucking nonce, you come anywhere near my daughter again, I'll break your fucking legs, she's 14, and just drove off and left him with loads of these people.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That's ruthless, that.
Yeah, and there was no reason for it. He was just...
No, it's just you know.
Just like banter.
It's like, he's very well may get jumped at that bus stop, you know
Just
what I mean?
banter, innit?
Yeah.
You just reminded me of a mad like story, but because just pubs and that. I remember when we were like, I was too young to drink, so it must have been 16 or 17, and there was a pub by ours, and they had like a gentleman's night on, and we were like, oh, it sounds cool, doesn't it? Gentleman's night, and we told like all the lads in our year, like, gentleman's night with the Hairies lads are gonna be sick. So we went down and we were like the only ones in there. I don't know what we was expecting, like strippers and all that for some reason, but it was just filled with all underage lads, just all like you know, in between us when they all go to the pub. The whole pub was packed out just with us just going
16.
Yeah. And we were all bevying and that, and then the fucking police come in and was like, if you haven't got IDs, you need to get off. And we were all like fucking loads of fucking bottles of Magners and shit like that. But it was just a mad, like, I don't know what the bar was expecting.
It sounds like a trap. It sounds like they went, how can we get loads of young lads in one place at a time and just throw up like, gentlemen's night. They're all coming down like dead only kids.
Yeah,
as if Joe just bolts behind them.
And it was just, there was no women there. And we were like, is this just for older fellas who want a quiet pint in the pub without the missus there?
Or it's just dead formal and people are just thinking of John Smith with like a fucking tuxedo.
Yeah, we all went in just like, gentlemen.
Or like waiting for the entertainment. It just means they've got like Rambo on or something.
Yeah. But it was mad, and then the police come in, like, if you haven't got IDs, you need to get off, and like the whole pub was just emptied out, and like they must have gone into shit for it, because as I say, like, they saved all of us without ID.
Sting operation. It's like one of them where they go like, oh, you've won a telly, and then you go down to collect it, they like arrest you because you fucking... You never heard of that?
No.
Which? Go on.
So it's like if they've got warrants out for people,
Yeah,
and they're not turning up to court and shit like that, they'll send them something in the post. You know, you've
Is
won a
that not
free fucking
entrapment?
radio. I don't know. I think you can do it.
yeah.
All right,
I've done
okay.
it. That's how I fucking hook my victims in.
Oh, what age was you drinking at?
I had my first can when I was about 9.
Full can or just the sip?
No, full.
Oh, go ahead. What was it? Do you remember?
It's probably like some cheap lager.
How did it come about?
It's Christmas Day.
Oh, classic.
Do you know what I mean?
Let the kids have a bevy. Christmas Day, yeah.
That was my first.
Me and my cousin,
Yeah.
me and my cousin are born. We was due on the same day,
Mm.
so there was obviously I've spoke about it before, but my mum used to share a mattress, like a shagging room.
Mm.
So they both just got fucking
Formerly known as
Proud.
Shangri-La's.
little waiting room outside. Bananas making so they obviously shagged on the same night and everything.
Yeah.
Due on the same day, so we grew up practically like twins. And we just nicked some.
What does he look like? Because I'm imagining the twins of like the film.
7 foot.
Yeah.
Similar height in that, but darker hair.
Yeah.
So we just nicked cans and drank them in my nana's
Oh, okay, yeah.
bedroom. Got absolutely steaming. But I was, obviously, I didn't really remember it. But what I get told is how much of an experienced drunk I was. Because
Robert handled it well.
because I was just like
Must have been an alcoholic in your past life.
I was hitting like stereotypes of being drunk, because I was just going, you know what, I love you.
yeah.
Like normally
To all your teddy bears and that.
you'd expect just to throw up. I went, no, we should start a band.
Do you remember like your first christening when you start to go, and then you'd have one of them, you'd have a bit too much to drink and you vomit or something, and then the next christening, if anyone sees you with a pint in your hand, they go, oh, aye, watch him. You're like, oh, fuck, it was 6 years ago, Chris, shut up. He's like, remember him chucking his guts up? And then when you were saying before about like, oh, your mum didn't know that, you know, she was getting ordered in the toilet, that's funny as well when you get to like maybe 17, 18, and one of your uncles goes, yeah. And then you're like, it breaks a thing in your head, and you're like, oh, that's been happening all my life since I was a kid. All out christenings. It explains so much.
I remember on Christmas Day, I went round to my grand's, and this was just like, we are a family. Because my uncle's a like proper piss can and that, and he turned up pissed at like 10 in the morning, and he just went, don't know how to approach this. Have you got any of that on you? I dropped mine down the toilet.
Any of that?
I found my uncle in my Wendy house, and I was like, what are you doing? And he's just heating up a spoon. He was like,
Fuck off. In a
"Doing
Wendy
drugs?"
house.
I was like, okay.
It's like someone was in the
Leave you
bathroom
to
and he's
it.
like, I can't wait half an hour.
No,
I've got to go in this
in my
Wendy house.
yeah. When did you first have ale?
Young, yeah, very young. Yeah, and again, probably just like, sneaking a can in my room
Yeah.
with my mates and stuff, yeah.
Well,
And it was on the streets as well, like when we were 15. Like we go to a park and have a bottle of Boost, empty it out, fill it up with vodka.
Yeah.
I got arrested when I was 14. I know it was 14 because it was all the 7/7 bombings.
Yeah.
2005. That wasn't the reason why I got arrested.
Lest we forget.
I hastened to add. Had nothing to do with it. But I was very aware of the sensitivity around the time.
Right. Okay.
We'd been drinking on the streets,
Mm.
and I had like a sports, like an Adidas bag with cans in or whatever. I was just drinking, arsing about, being a bit noisy, and some neighbours called the police on us. So we're all running through the back alleys and the entries, and the police keeps going on the side street. But we're swerving them, and they're coming out and they're going on the next street. So like a big long street, loads of side streets. And we're just running through these alleys, and it's raining. And we're going through the last alley, and this police car screeches to a halt, and it parks outside the alley, catches me because I'm at the back. And oh no! And the police get out. Right? And I've just had like 4 cans or something, right? And
How old are you?
14. And he comes out. these two coppers.
You can only imagine, can't you?
Yeah.
James and
Well, the way the story was going, I thought he was going to say he took the bag off, threw the bag over the car, slid underneath the car, caught the bag while he was still running.
In my head, that's what I was doing. But in my head, that's what I was doing. And they caught me. And they got out of the car and they're like, you know, hello, whatever, what do we have here? And I, in my drunk state, and in my head is going through, the 7/7 bombings. I dropped to my knees, did that, and went, I'll come quietly, and took my bag off and just did it dead slow like it was a gun. And that's hilarious. That's like that.
Yeah. Slower.
That head down, they went, get up. And I had one can of Carlin in my bag, so it just looked so embarrassing. And anyway, so it was you with her. I was on my own.
Hey, no rat.
So they come to the house of the paper. It was like 1 a.m.
Yeah.
So they went, right, we're going to take you home. I went, my mum's like, I'm staying at my mate's house, which was a lie. But I was staying at my mate's house, but my mum was in. I just went, but my mate's mum was the one who bought all our ale for us. Because, you know, she was a game bird.
Someone,
yeah.
Always one.
Yeah, so we got back there, the police took us home and she went, you get in. And I'm just pissed and crying. I went, I said I was on my own, I swear. You know, like, not wanting to get accused of being a rat. Then all my mates come in and they fucking kept saying, the police are back, and I was ducking under the couch. I was just fucking absolutely gone.
It's mad. I was like, how scary the police seemed. Like, because for what you're
I mean.
doing, like the most of the time they're gonna go, just fucking go home, lad. But like in your head, you're like, I'm going to jail forever.
Especially when you're 14.
Yeah. We went. Go ahead.
Sorry, the same house
that
I was staying in. You've just reminded me of something. I lived in there, and then my mate lived in there after me. So we sort of had a real romanticised about this house, and then he got evicted. So we was both felt wronged because it had not been passed down to another mate. So this is one of the worst things I've done, the naughtiest thing I've done.
Oh, that's you just slipped into a question we have of most shameful moment.
Yeah, this is
something
I'm not proud of at all. So they just finished like decorating it. These like builders and decorators and that. So like it was like DIY SOS. I don't know what had gone on in there. So for this new family, we broke in and absolutely trashed the place. Put bricks through every window.
It's naughty, that.
Smashed the wardrobes up. Put writing insults on the carpet, paint on the carpet.
Fuck off.
Like you're the Manson family.
Yeah. Just saying cunts and it, just like dick and balls.
Just because you didn't have a place to have a bevy.
Absolutely trashed the place. And the next day, I was walking past the house. There's loads of police cars out there and stuff. And then I just. What, do you know, like...
Me too, just the scene of the crime.
Just nailed down. American History X. Like
vindictive it is as well, to stand across the street and be like,
like that. It's the original meme of that girl with the house on fire. Yeah. Like.
But that's what I was like. And then I just thought, I'm going to have to, you know, act up. Like,
how do I walk?
What's happened? Has someone died or something? And
or
just
something.
Being all innocent. Well, no. Has someone written cunt on the carpet and trashed all the water? I mean, what's going on here? Is it a leak?
So what happened?
Jollies.
What happened? Like
we just didn't. Didn't
broach it.
That's a bad one, isn't it?
Yeah, we set a derelict's house on fire once. That burnt down.
Nice.
Wheelie bin bombs.
Wheelie bin bombs.
Yeah, putting like deodorant cans in wheelie bins and set them on fire.
Yeah. Do you dabble in a bit of arson or?
we used to terrorise a shop every bonfires night. As soon as they start selling, this one shop used to just get it. And you know, you look back, you're like, horrible little cunts. Yeah. But it was so funny to do. Do you know what I mean? Just set off fire.
Why? Yeah.
I was going to say, I was going to ask you about Mizzy night. Last night.
Yeah,
Did see anything?
Oh, no.
I didn't see any sort of like news of shit happening this year.
You know, kids are fucking getting shit, aren't they? They used to be causing mayhem. Mass. I never like, you'd be walking home from school on Mizzy night and you'd be like a gang of lads with all masks on. You're like, Jesus Christ.
But it was all just scampy behaviour, weren't
Just
we?
egging. A lot of egging.
Yeah, we used to tie fishing wire to like a lamppost and a short, like a wall that's close to it.
Yeah.
So just people just tripping up and stuff.
Yeah.
And do you ever do that one as well, where
Money
there's three on each side of the road, so 6 here,
Yeah.
and you pretend you've got a wire.
Done that. I done that. The car stopped. Have you ever had the car stop? The head fell off. Like we went like that. We pulled it off. We were going, and the car stopped. Like the car slowed down to be like, "What the fuck?" And then we were all, and then we just went. And we stopped the car and got out, and they were like, "What are you doing?" And we were like, "Nothing." And they just don't. They've got nothing to
you've
say.
got in their head somehow.
Oh, so in their head because they go, "What the fuck's that?"
Yeah, you see it online. People go up and start going like. There's a line there.
Yeah, I love that. Like,
I love shit.
How
That's
does
so
that
stupid.
travel through kids? That's what I want to know because we were doing that. Like in Liverpool, you're
Must
doing
like
it in Manchester
maybe
way. It's like
parents saying what we
passed
used to
down,
do
innit?
and stuff like
Like
that.
Kirby,
mad,
innit? You
innit?
know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's just so funny that. But yeah, like I never used to be into Mizzy Night and that, so I was just getting like
It weren't
scared
a
to get
particular
told off
night
and
we
that.
did it on. It was just like sporadic when you're bored.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
we fired my action man into on a fucking roller coaster on a firework.
Oh yeah,
We used to
Like
slap
Sid
Sid's,
from Toy
yeah.
Story.
I love
torturing dolls and
It'd be
that.
funny if Jamie's like, oh no, that's the snowman one. Oh, I love that one.
Yeah, it was proper Asbo era, wasn't it? It's
I
like
loved it. I loved getting up to like fucking shit though. Like I was never in. Always out in a burnt out
Yeah.
building and shit.
Yeah, I got
Causing
trapped in
mayhem.
a burning building.
trap.
Burning building.
Yeah, ran out. Just
Did you set the fire though?
No. I was in the mattress room, having an involuntary threesome.
That's a bedroom to most.
Well, not a threesome.
You were cooking.
involuntary threesome.
Yeah, so what happened was we used to hang around and we used to go in this derelict house, like just the same house. It just started like then. We didn't do anything wrong in there. And we used to play a game like if you got an M&M and it matched colour, you had to kiss the person and all that kind of stuff, right? Just doing like stupid kissing games and that. But the girls in like year 11, we was only in like year 8. It was a bit
Players.
So we're like fucking dead in, do you know what I
That's
mean?
right, yeah.
Getting a bit of tit here. And this girl and her sister fancied me, but she was like year 7.
Yeah,
And I was after the mature lady, do you know, like
as we know of. Yeah, you're a fan of
the
that.
braces
aren't
had
you?
been taken off and stuff. Right. So we're just all kissing each other, and you like accidentally like try and she got a yellow, and you just try and it was random. Yellow, no way. So it's just like a bit of an orgy and stuff like that.
Bit of an orgy. So it
How's it
escalated
else?
so
Yeah.
quickly from
M&Ms.
kissing M&Ms to a big orgy.
So she went,
Have you genuinely had an orgy?
no.
Okay.
Well, this is the closest I've been.
Okay.
Tongue orgy.
We went to the mattress room. So I'd try to have a cuddle in the mattress room, and the other people were downstairs arsing about. And it's just me and her. Like,
That's just a room with a mattress in it.
yeah, just like this
Right.
stained mattress that people used to shag on. And that.
Okay.
So I was like just kissing everything, but I didn't have pubes. She offered to suck me dick, and I thought, pubes are an integral part of the scenario.
Big sucking
Yeah.
process.
Do you know what I mean? They're essential. So I thought, no, I can't be asked. So just
Can't be asked. Has everyone ever said that
Well,
to
that's
a
the last time I ever said no to one.
Yeah.
And she, I was even trying to claim it back years later. Just like, hey, do you remember in 2003?
I still have a stained mattress if you want to come in.
Put some black eyed peas on, we'll reset the mood.
I had a similar thing, and funnily enough, it was around like Halloween mischief night, because I think kids just get a bit more adventurous, you know. And there was this girl, and she was like, right, I'll suck. There was three of them. She was like, I'll suck all your dick. So we were like, shit. Do you know what I mean? Like, wow.
Mom?
And one of the lads, his mum and I were out, so we went in, and I went in like seconds, and I went. I had no pubes. That was the thing, and I went, just so like, you know, it was shaved. I never shaved. Like I'm a porno star, so I went like fucking.
What did you do?
I just said no. So we lay down on the mattress.
Yeah.
Then my mate come in after he was seeing her. So he went, "Oh, this looks comfy," and joined in.
He was seeing her.
Yeah. But it was a free for all.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
absolute
yeah.
swingers.
Proper swingers, yeah.
So we was only in year 8 once. So they start like kissing each other, and she went, "Oh, you'll feel left out." So she grabbed my hand and put it on her tit, and I was like, "This is the first time I felt a tit," and I'm just like that. And after it, they told me they were shagging.
Yeah.
They was just shagging next to me, and I was just holding a tit.
That's amazing.
That was my first. That was like my threesome experience. Meanwhile, downstairs they're causing murder. They've set a fire, which is often commonplace, but the fire had caught, and it was just like
Spreading like
they didn't
fire.
know we was up there.
Yeah.
They'd all got out, and then we just see smoke coming down, and we had to like run
It's
out.
like something out of fucking Casualty or
The
something.
kids are all
like
shagged out.
Start a Casualty when nothing will go wrong in this mattress room.
Yeah.
Surely. Oh, it's getting hot in here, and then the smoke alarm goes off.
That's crazy, that.
That's every Casualty.
Fire in the fuck bunker. Little horny kids. And then it's funny that though, when you think back and like, it's so vivid and like, it's so exciting. Do you know what I mean? Your face like dipping your toe into like.
Do you watch Big Mouth?
No.
It's I think it's the
so
most
good, you know.
outrageous show ever made. But also, like, if you had something when you were that age to watch like that,
Yeah.
it make you feel so much better about like
It's very
how fucking
important.
horny you was all the
Yeah,
time and shit
yeah.
like that.
It was
But
just
it's hilarious, but it's
Yeah,
outrageous
like all the
what
stuff
these
that
shit
we
what
sort
they're
of
doing
had
on
to
it.
guess about and educate ourselves about, like Big Mouth explains that to the kids
Yeah.
now.
That's sick.
It's
And
his boss.
even the lengths you'd go to, you know, like you'd hear like someone, like some girl was a slag. You go, yeah, she's a bit of a slag, and you'd be like, right, let's find it. You know what I mean? You'd go and hunt down this
Yeah, you're
fucking
right,
girl,
like,
and you'd be like,
there she is.
yeah. Fucking hell, yeah. You'd just go and seek them out, like
Yeah.
no fucking Facebook, like whereabouts does she live,
Yeah.
kind of stuff.
Yeah, like
It's
and
fucking
like
so
like when
funny.
you see her, she's just gonna go. You want dick
Yeah,
sucked,
we's all shit. Yeah, we's all shit.
I remember
ourselves.
once a girl next door, but two, the bus used to park outside our house, and we were sat on a wall. She was in again year 11 and rivals with this tit girl. So I went, oh, she said she'd suck me dick. She went, no, you don't want to go with her. I'll let you suck me tits.
Nice.
And she just got her tits out to the bus. Just, yeah, like the bus parked right outside our house, and we lived on the same like terrace houses. Lived on the same little block or whatever you want to call it. And the bus just always parked out there. So she on the wall with deadpan face, just went like that.
And just expected to latch
And
on.
then she went, "Do you want to suck on them?" I just sucked into like 3 in the afternoon. Just nibbling on it.
Broad daylight.
Outside the bus.
That's looking brilliant, isn't it?
Fucking hell,
First
man.
tits suck.
That's
It's a big
mad.
moment.
Yeah.
It's a big step.
Wow,
That's mad.
that is crazy.
Fucking hell.
Um,
So
what, should I do our Patreon question that we've had for Jamie?
Well, I was just going to do, we have proud, to balance out the shameful moment, we have proudest moment.
You just
Sucking a
did.
tit. I don't know what to say, yeah. I don't think we
3 in
need
the
to hear it
afternoon,
now.
Broad daylight.
Yeah. Yeah, we can do that one then. Have you got genuine proudest moment? It's probably not sucking a tit in broad daylight, is
Proud
it?
moments. God, I live my
Not
life
really.
with so much shame.
I'll get this Patreon question up while you have a little think.
I mean, I think it's just Jane Pickering asking.
I mean, obviously, there's things in stand-up and that I've, you know,
Yeah,
gone on
stand
and-
up. Yeah, good job.
Just doing what I love for a living is sound. So going
Yeah.
full time.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
So I've tried and failed twice to go full time stand up,
Right.
and having to go back into a shit job because the gigs weren't coming in and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then this third time, finally
third time lucky.
quit, and it's me anniversary week as well.
It is right.
Bonfire Night 2014.
Sick.
Ah,
Well,
So
the anniversary my dad left.
Big night for coming there. Yeah, so and like this week, for example, I'm going to Germany with the podcast.
yeah.
And in my anniversary week, and then I'm
Hot Waters
supporting,
Green Room.
Dan Nightingale at the Frog,
Class.
who's
Woohoo.
like a
Been doing a few of them, haven't you? Been smashing.
yeah, they've been good, man.
It's
But it's
right.
nice that it's the Frog and it's Dan on
Yeah.
the anniversary. Do you know what I mean? Just
Did you
'cause-
beat the frog with him there? And
Well, that's what I
like,
mean.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. So he's the first one you look at and go,
Yeah.
fuck off. How can stand up be that good?
Yeah.
Because I started off doing just open mic nights where it's just a bunch of fucking mongs, mate. And you just want to be the league. You just don't want to be relegation. So that's all. That's
Don't
why I
wanna be
got the
bottom
confidence
three.
from. I was always on with someone who's just completely at the ball.
Thank
And
God.
as long as you had a level of competence.
Yeah.
Whereas Beat the Frog is sort of like a bit of a step up. It's an actual crowd.
Yeah.
It's an actual compare. So I thought I'm going to watch it before I do it, just to get an idea of it.
Yeah.
And then just seeing Dan, and I was like, I can't understand
How can anyone
this
be
is
that
like
funny?
a magician.
Yeah.
So doing that on the anniversary week's pretty nice.
Yeah, man, it's right.
That's
That's
lovely.
sick.
And that kind of links to the Patreon question that we've got, which was, what was it?
Oh, it was basically about like since your meteoric rise to fame. What have you noticed has been different in your life? I think that was it, wasn't it?
Mm.
You get stock photos and that a lot more.
Yeah.
Obviously, some fanning. I say fan, but
that's what they are.
Customers, I call them. Some fan interactions are weird, mate. Right, so I was out and constantly talk about big nights out and stuff like that. They think it's every single day. It's like that.
And hey guys, it's only 6.
I had Sunday off, but this guy was. So I get asked like, "Oh, just come, should come out with us," and that I went. Nah, and they just stare at you, waiting for you to be funny and stuff. But there's this one guy was in the toilets, this dive bar in town. Went, "Oh, you're a comedian?" I went, "Yeah." He went, "I got a bit of this." I went, "Yeah." And he was just like staring at me. I'm like a fucking goblin in the toilet. He starts getting tears in his eyes. I just go, "I can't believe I'm doing beat with Jamie."
Oh, that's so funny.
He starts crying, like just getting overwhelmed. I went, "I can't believe I'm doing beat," and I'm like, "Yeah, it's class, isn't it?"
yeah. Keep it coming.
Yeah, it's class, isn't it, mate? You're welcome.
It's weird, isn't it? Because like, have you ever been overwhelmed by anyone, like meeting them, or it's just people? Just people.
Like if you had a beer with Stano,
is big.
Would you feel like that?
I wouldn't feel like tearing up. I'd be sick to have a pint with him, but
yeah.
Oh, nah, I'm tearing up.
I got not overwhelmed, but I was responsible for an actor getting a bollocking off a more senior actor.
Yeah.
I met Tyrone from Corrie.
Right.
There's filming and an allotment near my house, and I went to school with Jack Duckworth's grandson in real life, so I went through school with him and stuff.
Fizz and Tyrone were like Manchester's Romeo and Juliet, weren't they?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I mean, because of this interaction with Tyrone when I was about 9, I was a bit fucking, a bit pissed off of him. So when he started getting battered off that ex-girlfriend, I was like, yeah, fucking I'm sure he's sound in real life. But I was only about 9 or 10, the filming near the allotments, and my mum went, go and see if you can get on. So my mum was like forceful, so I was dead shy. I went and just stared at the allotment, watching them film and everything. And I just had like a pen and a bit of paper. And I just went, "Oh, can I have your autograph, Tyrone?" And he went, "Oh, no, not right now." And I was just like, like fucking Stan's brother.
Yeah.
Waiting in the pouring rain.
Fucking Tyrone.
You said no.
From Corrie.
And Vera went and bollocked him because she saw
No
I
way.
was upset. So Vera was like, you know. Do you like you heard that story of Rob Brydon bollocking James Corden for being a cunt?
Yeah.
I haven't heard it now, but yeah.
So when they was filming Gavin and Stacey and it blew up, James Corden was allegedly dead rude to like showrunners and ex-supporting artists and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So Rob Brydon went, "You need to stop being a cunt," basically. And Vera had that chat with Tyrone, so then he begrudgingly went back because he was so like burst onto the scene. Like, really so.
That's hilarious.
I can just picture him as Eminem writing the letter back to you now.
So he gave me an autograph on like a scrap piece of paper and stuff, but because he was so did it against his will and that, I just felt
begrudgingly.
I was like, oh for God's sake, you know what I mean?
Yeah, awkward
So
that.
you was a shy kid, did you say?
I was petrified of my own shadow.
Yeah.
I was scared to eat foods. So the first time I was there, like, my phobia, mashed potato and stuff like that. When at my grand's house, I used to go there every Saturday. That was my sanctuary. I used to play my own games that I made up. I think I've told you about them, the Face Card Derby and my Snakes and Ladders League.
I think so, yeah.
Right. I used to play all my own games. So I think it was just like my little. I loved the admin of sports.
Yeah, I know.
I like the roll of honour.
Behind the scenes.
You know what I mean? The roll of honour. I used to have a dictionary, and that was just like the roll of honour of the Chambers Cup.
All right.
Right, so I just used to write like 4 of Arts one.
You know, tell me
Jack
about
of
this.
Diamonds
Yeah,
one. Do you know what I mean? That's what I just love. I love records. and like top tens and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you ever watch like the Watch Mojo top
Yeah,
tens
yeah,
and stuff?
Oh yeah, okay.
I just love what people perceive to be the top 10 of
Yeah.
something. So I've like
Did you used to love them like top 100 things he had on Channel
Well, that's
5
what
and
I
they were
mean,
on for
yeah.
like 3 hours
even
straight
if
and
it's a subject matter I don't care about.
that. Yeah.
It could be top 100 mediums. I'll just
Yeah.
go, oh, go on. who's
I text you like, I've got to know this. I've got to know.
Oh, Mystic Meg's only number 3.
And my other cousins would come round, and I would hide behind the couch because I was scared of them. Not
Right.
just because they look too similar. It freaked me out.
Yeah, that sounds scary to be honest.
Yeah, they all had like skinhead black hair, like, all number one, and just all had like eyes like Joe transfixed.
Yeah.
It just like Village of the Damned just used to freak me out.
Didn't
mate.
feel him. He was just like,
Yeah.
no, I know they're my family, but
Yeah.
fuck it.
Oh,
No,
in
it's
my
not
head,
for
I
me.
thought you meant they all look like you.
No,
That's why I thought. I was like, yeah, that would be weird when they're walking in, seeing 3 more of you, being like, whoa. This
So
is
here's
bad.
how really shy and nervous I was as a kid. I spoke about it on Have a Word when I was the snowman in the Nativity.
Will you want to have a word?
Check it out. Episode 147. And I was the snowman, and I was backstage, and I was like, oh, this is, I can't go on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've got like 2 lines, by the way. Do you know what I mean? I'm fucking.
That's right.
I'm absolutely shitting myself.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I imagine like a mirrored fucking, you know, like a little mirror, cards everywhere, just like looking preparing himself.
but it's just like, you know, the sadness behind an artist, Tears of a Snowman, and I'm just like, you know, I can't go on. I can't go on, Miss Bowker. I'm sorry, but I can't go on. And so she rings me and went, oh, Jamie's really nervous and stuff. So my mum's heavy-handed. She comes on, she goes, you go on and be that fucking snowman. I'll batter you. So, all right.
So I was going to ask
You want
you,
to be nice at
Christmas
first.
cheer in your face.
no, I was wondering like how you got into stand-up if you were shy, but
Well-
is that how
well-
you got bullied into it?
Well, the performance thing, I really come into my own in like year 4.
Okay.
So this was like the year 3.
So finish
nativity.
this snowman one first.
Well, I went on as a snowman and did
Yeah.
fine. I
Smash
was just
it.
like,
Put your
take the
foot
next
through
right
it.
off Nazareth. And,
Yeah.
you know, I was
Roof
like,
off the stable.
Oh,
Major.
Oh, sorry.
I'm like, fuck, I hope there's some reviewers in.
Wait, so year 4.
In year 4, I was one of the first to go on to pens from pencils.
Yeah.
I was,
Big
I was
moment.
seen-
have you
I was
got good
seen as a-
handwriting?
I was seen as a bit of a wonder kid.
Okay.
I've got scruffy handwriting, but I was so good at spelling.
You were so
and
confident with it.
I was so good at spelling and writing.
Right.
Anyway, we had this writing test. Just write whatever you want.
Yeah.
So people just writing daft stories, draw, you know, just messing about.
Mm.
And I've written a Simpsons episode,
Oh, fuck off.
like a sketch, well, like a
A script, yeah.
5-minute sketch of a Simpsons.
Mm.
But I'd written it in script form, and Joe, like, I'd stage directions and everything.
Yeah.
And I shown the teacher, and she was like, fuck. And it's got like ring neck in brackets, and she's just like, you know, Marge comes in from the left.
Yeah.
No way,
And
shit.
it's got like proper stage.
Weird the way you like knew them terms and shit when you
That's what I mean. I just knew.
picked it up.
I
somewhere.
don't know how.
Yeah.
I just had
Who
it
was you in
in
your
me
past
to do.
life? Like you must have been.
So then,
Alcoholic writer.
Yeah.
A Hemingway.
so then me and my mate, do you know, like Mozart just knew how to play piano.
Yeah.
I just knew how to write Simpsons sketches.
My teachers
All
kept
funny.
my artwork. Told my mum I was like the next Monet. Yeah.
Like I did it at a parents' evening, so I was so like unbelievable at English.
Yeah.
I had like essays published and stuff because I got perfect
Really,
marks
yeah?
on them. Yeah.
No way.
And at parents' evening, she went, he'll be a writer, novelist, or poet, whatever he wants to be.
Yeah.
He'll have a career in writing in some form.
I would love to see you go down the route of being a poet. Like,
I've had poem published.
have you? Yeah.
Yeah.
What
It got nominated for an award as well.
What was it about?
It's about my granddad, but it's a joke one. So it's like a fake, it's like a faux emotional one, and then at the end it's
Yeah. Right.
it's like basically the running joke, and it's a dog rule poem. The running line is, my granddad, I'm sure he's looking down on me, and then at the end it's a roofer.
Right. Okay.
So
Yeah.
it's like all like, oh my god, it's so emotional. Like,
Yeah.
oh, it's just a roofer.
Yeah. That's mad. I didn't know you had the.
Oh yeah, I got
that's
skills.
great.
Got skills with the pen, mate.
It was right. Sick
So
pen game.
in year 4, she said, "Oh, this is great." And me and my mate Ben, but well, we'll act it out. So we just acted it out at like the end of the day.
Did you do the Simpsons voices and that?
Yeah, but you know, not good at them, but just the scene of like it always ended with, you know, why you little.
Yeah.
That's all the crux was. That was always the conclusion.
Yeah.
So we did that, and then every week on a Friday, she said you can do it again. So during the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, me and Ben would sit down, we'd write a sketch each like afternoon, work on it. Then on Friday, act it out in front of the class.
Oh, sick.
So I was just performing, and then the Christmas special.
There
This
we
was
go.
fucking fire. She went, oh, it'd be good because it was just me and him.
Snowman
And
2.
I mean, looking back now, I'm thinking of it. It was, you know, like,
Put posters up
proper,
and shit.
proper genius. It was literally 5-minute sketches of Bart pissing Homer off, and then you know. We did try Keenan and Kel one, but that was
Step too far.
that was all for
Teacher's just like,
no. What are you doing with that shoe polish? No. Right, so and then the Christmas special went, oh, it'd be good to get the other like kids, because the kids fucking like grew like, oh
yeah, you
Jerry's
waited for
fucking,
it.
you're the Simpsons guy. And the last one, I think this would stand up as an episode. The Simpsons went on Jerry Springer, and like Marge was having an affair with Mo, and it was just all all chaos, all came out and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So every kid was involved. It's a different character.
That's hilarious, that.
So I just
So
used to write loads. Then when I moved primary school in year 5.
Yeah.
My mum fell out with my gran over my dad's nose, so
Oh,
I had to
yeah.
move school. And then I went from Jamie to Hutchie.
Right.
I had a rebrand.
The transition.
And I'd turned into a bad boy.
Your mates go, let's just do one more sketch. Like, no, man. I'm not about that life anymore.
Say his collar's up.
Yeah.
Arsonist.
One of them candy ciggies.
Yeah. Get out of here.
So then I
hilarious.
came out my shell for a bit, and then I was really funny in high school. I was popular with everyone.
Right.
Like someone, they try and, you know, like, but they try and put me down, but I get back. But I didn't care.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't insult me because I was just on. It just bounces off
Yeah,
me.
like not arse,
really
yeah.
don't care at all. And I was funny and arsing about in school.
Yeah.
But I was just so highly tuned in English and stuff like that. And I did drama. And I did drama and got scouted by a drama school and stuff. You should go into acting, so I thought I was going to do that.
No wonder you still wear all black. It's in you, lad. You have to do it.
My drama play at high school, which I written and directed and
Of course you
started,
did.
A Suspicious Suicide. It was it's an half an hour play that I written. Oh, it's so bad. It's set at a funeral.
Yeah.
And we're all wearing black with white ties, and one of them's got white with a black tie. You know, symbolism.
Of something. Yeah.
I think it's because I found out like the girl in the red dress in Schindler's List.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
that's a good idea.
nice touch. And someone at the back of the room's like, I see what he's going for.
Yeah. So, Suspicious Suicide, right? It's all set in at the wake.
Yeah.
And there's 6 of us, and we're all talking about this guy's died, and the 6 characters: his brother, his daughter, his first wife, his ex-wife, business partner, right? And then we're going through flashback scenes of the last time we saw him.
All right, okay.
And each one of the 5.
So it's not even linear. It's like it jumps back and everything like that. No way.
Each one of the 5 have a seething argument with him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that twat. Like someone's been left out the will. You know, he's cheated on someone. Blah 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 blah. Right? He's fucked everyone off.
Yeah.
He's found dead.
Dun, dun.
Suicide, or is it?
Supposedly. Yeah.
Right.
Something suspicious about this suicide.
Was there a narrator?
No.
Oh, okay, right.
No.
Right.
So you play multiple parts. I played both the brother and him.
Okay, nice.
And just
You
put
do that half and half.
I put.
Like-
I don't, yeah. Well, we all had to take turns in playing him. So we had glasses on to distinguish it was him.
Right, okay.
So we'd all have the argument with him.
Yeah.
And we're all sat in our houses, right? we're all sat in our separate houses. So on stage, how this is manifested itself, it's just 6 chairs facing the audience.
Yeah.
We all get a letter at the same time.
Yeah.
So the front row have to throw a letter. So we all throw a letter, and it's a letter from beyond the grave. And it's his suicide note.
Yeah.
But to all 5 of us, or 6 of us. And he's going through like, and to you, Becky, you did this. And
then
to
Becky's
you.
on the stage going,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and we read 1 line each.
oh, okay, yeah.
And then and then the last line was, but the person most responsible for my suicide is. And we all say that line at the same time. So we all go, and to you, John, blah, 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 blah. And to you, Becky, blah, 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 blah. But the person, and we all say at the same time, but the person most responsible for my suicide is. And then the EastEnders theme tune playing.
That's
Cut to
amazing.
black. That's fucking amazing.
How old were you then?
That was 16.
That's so
16.
funny. That.
Love that. Little vanity project where
Yeah.
you fucking bossing people about and shit like
When
that.
I was 15, I wrote a full novel, and it was about a girl who was so lonely that she'd developed personalities in her head. And this one that was a ghost, she thought it was a ghost, but it was all in her own head. And the ghost convinced her that he'd fell in love with her and convinced her to kill herself so that they could be together. But it was just, she was, yeah, exactly, 15, but she was just trying to cope with her own loneliness and killing herself without actually being like, oh, I'm just going to kill myself. Do you know what I mean? Her own mind tricked her into killing
Yeah,
herself.
had undertones and shit like that when you were 6. That's
Amy's
cool.
wrote some sick stuff. Like,
I'm writing a novel at the minute.
I'm
yeah.
sick, as in.
What's it about?
When I worked in the bookies.
Oh yeah. Is it what was it going to be? Comedy, drama, thriller?
It's the similar style to sort of like Royal Family.
Okay.
So there's moments I want to capture silence brilliantly. So they have periods of silence in there, but it's entertaining.
Right.
Because I really want to capture the mundanity of working there.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Because bookies and gambling, I think, apart from a couple of occasions, have never been done right.
Yeah.
It's so inauthentic. It's
Such a good idea as well for just the people who come in and shit like that.
well, it's a
obviously.
natural place for eccentric people to be
yeah.
without it being forced. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they all have their own sort of foibles. So it is like a pub.
The one in Still Game's good. Have you ever seen Still Game, the Scottish sitcom? There's like a local bookies in there. That's good. You should have a look at that.
Yeah, there's times, especially in soap operas, you know, when someone's going through and it's like, oh, we'll make Peter a gambling addict.
Yeah.
And he's like that in the bookies. Come on, 3. Come on, 3.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. That was my rent money for the week. Oh, no, man. I was like, it's just not like that.
Yeah.
It's always silent, and
Yeah.
there's a quiet beauty about losing there. And
So it feels like it's probably not portrayed by people who.
oh, yeah,
frequent
that's
them
what I mean.
places.
So, 'cause
It's
I worked
like-
there.
That's a lot of it.
But
That's
I
a
want
lot
to
of stuff in
capture-
it.
I want to capture the hours of just nothing happening.
Yeah.
And one winning like £8.
Yeah, that's what it's like.
Yeah.
But that's mad, innit? And there's just like long periods of fuck all, but then at the same time, in this little fucking place on some high street, people have like huge highs, you know what I mean? And massive wins, and then the exact
Can I
opposite.
ask? Right. Apparently, my granddad lost his Chinese chipper gambling. Can we put that in as a background story?
Well,
Just
that-
a fuming
that really happens to one
Chinese
of
It's
my
not
man in
Alan
the
Poe
background.
Fong, is it?
What?
What?
There's a guy in Manchester who lost his shipper.
Yeah,
Alan
same.
Poe
Yeah,
Fong.
there was one by us.
Oh, it might just be a running.
Oh, no,
clean.
well, you know what they say about the Chinese.
But they
Good
Smelly.
people. Can we just have a little 5 minutes just to
Sorry,
sort this camera out?
Yeah.
We'll be back in a minute.
Hello. If you're enjoying this episode, give it a little like, a thumbs up. Is that the same thing? I think it's the same thing. Give us a comment. Show us some love and appreciation. Don't make this a toxic one-way relationship.
Nobody likes that. All you need to do, little comments in the comment section to help our algorithm. Give us a little follow on social medias, the Mild High Club UK, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, all them. If you're liking what we're doing, see it online. Give us a little share.
We do get like suppressed on TikTok and stuff, so sometimes we can't post stuff on TikTok. So follow us on all social medias to make sure you're never missing a clip. Hit the ding dong bell.
Wherever that is. Drop a comment down in the little comments for us. Let people know you're here. Joining the club and that. Support us. Love yous. Back to the episode.
Love you, bye.
Ta. Feel supreme.
We contacted these guys ourselves because we wanted to be sponsored by a brand that we genuinely believed in.
If you want to improve your sleep, digestion, relieve stress, everything you want for an easier life, You need to get on Feel Supreme.
We started using the Lion's Mane tincture, which was winner of the best supplement award in the UK. We put it in our coffee in the morning and it helps with memory and focus. Studies show that Lion's Mane stimulates the growth of brain cells and helps to protect against disease such as Alzheimer's. And it's the easiest way to do it. Just put it in your coffee in the morning.
Lovely. Tastes nice.
Done.
Flying.
Lash.
Have you ever heard of nicotinamide riboside?
What's that, dear?
Riboside, motherfucker. Neither had we.
We hadn't heard of it either. You need to look it up because apparently it's a natural anti-aging supplement. Widely studied health benefits that you can use to treat cardiovascular, neurodegenerative and metabolic disorders.
Who doesn't want to deal with the metabolic and neurodegenerative
And
disorders?
cardiovasculars.
I do.
They've got loads of stuff. They've got CMOS, they've got hemp protein, stuff for your brain, stuff for your gut, stuff you've never heard about. But once you read up on it, you'll be like, why have I not heard of this? And why isn't it taught in schools?
Ashwagandha.
Shilajit.
All this stuff is good for you.
We're not just making up words. These are actual things that you need to know about.
They make you feel supreme.
TMHC 15.
For 15% off, you feel 15% more supreme
Yeah.
with 15% off TMHC 15.
Feel supreme.
Go get your brain stronger.
We'll get some Riverside.
Feel supreme. Mr. Jamie's lovely
Yeah.
story there.
I'm glad
isn't
none of it was recorded.
Yeah,
Fucking
no.
no one can steal it.
Yeah.
It's great,
Cool,
that.
what staple questions do we have? Toxic trait.
Oh, what's your toxic trait, Jamie? And your
Um,
saving grace to balance it out.
All
Toxic
about
trait
balance.
is self-sabotage, really.
Yeah.
It's
Ah,
like if I'm
yeah.
hungover, I like to gamble hundreds of pounds to really make myself feel worthless. So I don't,
You do like a
Feel
gamble, don't
feel
you?
something.
Do you feel like that's like your biggest addiction? Gambling.
it's the most dangerous one.
Yeah.
It's the one that's got me in the most trouble.
Yeah.
To kind of put a cap on it a little bit, but sometimes if I'm feeling anxious or an existential sense of dread, I'll just put 500 quid on an horse.
What if it wins?
500?
Does that make you feel better if it
Yeah,
wins?
that's what I mean. Win or lose, I've felt something.
That's heavy.
Sort of shocks me out the anxiety because now I've got something to be anxious about. Like
Actually
I
something.
can't afford food.
Yeah.
I
Rather
feel
than
like you should
what
try
did I say?
mushrooms.
Yeah, maybe.
Have
It's they're always like self-sabotage. My mate, Theon Vulture Authority,
That's what I thought.
he says I've got an allergy to happiness. So like if I'm meeting a girl or whatever and start dating a girl
Yeah.
and I go, oh, I actually like her, that's that done
Yeah.
then.
Have you had much
deserve it.
more
Yeah.
interest since?
Yeah,
you
yes.
got
Been
bigger
on a
than that?
few dates and that,
Yeah.
yeah.
Have they been going?
Yeah, good mate. Yeah, I went on one date, right, and there was a £10 patron there, which I'm very grateful of. But fuck me, my fans are weird. But he's just like, Neymar, I'm a £10 patron. Have a photo. I went, yeah, sound a photo, and
I think I know who that is.
and he so I'm like, I'm with this girl having a drink. Was that Freddie Quinn gig as well? Because I know how to treat my ladies. He instead of going, all right, nice one, mate, and thinking you'll take the social cue to
Yeah.
leave us, he just sat down next to us.
Yeah.
I went, okay. But I was like that to her. It's a £10 patron. So,
I can't tell.
Yeah.
we'll
hilarious.
range check
Unless
tonight.
you want to give me £10 a
Yeah.
month, he's staying.
So yeah, I turned down a threesome in South Shields.
Another tit not grabbed.
That was because, I mean, it was obviously nice to be offered it. I was sporting down and got a DM and, oh, you in South Shields, you fancy a threesome? And it was South with two, decent looking girls.
Oh really? Yeah. Not a devil's three-way as well.
But I had a lot of pseudocreme up my arse, and I was paranoid if they went, snuffling for truffles,
Yeah.
they'd get
Why?
white on the fake tan.
Why have you got pseudocreme? up your
I
nose?
have a bad ass.
Yeah. Pseudocrem's good for anything.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Pseudocrabs are up his ass.
I shit blood a lot.
A
And,
lot.
I mean,
It's to stop the bleed. He just cakes his arsehole with full.
but it always like stings and stuff.
Yeah.
So I just lathered myself up with pseudocreme.
Right.
So I was just like, I can't
Heavy
go
that.
to a threesome with pseudocreme on my ass.
Do you like
That's pretty
pseudocreme? I'll
Okay.
join you.
It's mad, isn't it? Because essentially we're just like dying, aren't we? So you just
Fucking clapping the boss at Levy line.
Just get older, you start putting pseudocreme on more and more places, and then you die.
Basically, how you live your life, you're just choosing how you're going to die, innit?
Yeah.
Do you know that ages ago? Can't remember what episode it was, and Amy was talking, and she just goes, "Because mushrooms are the fruit of death."
Yeah.
Well, that's it. Well, part of my
Body
show,
of death.
I wouldn't say theme, it's a bit too wanky, but it's a comparison of my mates who I used to really get on it with, getting the mortgage, the kids, the house, like this long-term happiness, where I'm constantly just short-term hit of happiness, short-term hit of happiness, until, you know, it's got to run out eventually. But I think if you do enough short-term happiness hits, that is long-term.
yeah. You just have to be able to keep getting them though, innit?
Yeah, that's what I mean, because I eat takeaway until I'm sick.
Yeah.
I eat chicken skin until I'm sick. I drink until I black out.
Yeah.
I sniff till my nose bleeds, and I gamble till I'm potless.
For the pseudocreme.
I love it. Until the wheels come off and everything, innit?
Yeah, nothing about pseudocreme will fix.
But if I find myself liking a girl or whatever, or a chance to move out the house, like I sleep on a broken bed because I just think that's what I deserve.
It's like self-torture, a little bit, yeah.
I like to sleep. I like to be uncomfortable.
What do you think that ever change? What do you think?
I used to. This is weird. When I was a kid, like I'd sleep. I think I wouldn't deserve the heat of my duvet, so I'd take it off and I'd put like pebbles in my bed
to make it uncomfortable while you were sleeping.
I know what you mean though, because I have
used to.
I have springs up my ass and that all night. And it concaves. So I sleep in a hammock, sort of.
But it's your concave. It's like
it's not a hammock. It's a very, very used mattress that's sunk in the middle.
It's just broke. Like, obviously, I've mentioned my brother who jumps on me and batters me. Like, he's massive, so he's absolutely knackered.
Doesn't he want like reviews from the appointments now?
He does. Yeah. Because he rang me up as his receptionist, Sabrina Mahmood. I went, oh, you saw Dr. Catford yesterday. I went out and she goes, how was it? And I jokingly like put a complaint in. I went, oh, he's horrible. I don't want to see him again. So then
just door slams open. What did you say?
Well, this is what he did, mate. He filmed himself giving himself a HR meeting.
That's fucking brilliant.
So he's just like, oh, Dr. Catford, thanks for coming to the meeting today. And he's like, oh, it's okay, no problem. And he went, we just need to discuss your...
Does he have different accents for Dr. Catford?
Slightly,
yeah, right, okay.
So we have to discuss your recent appointment with Jamie Hutchinson. And then he goes, Mr. Hutchinson. So he complained that you was hitting him. I went, the thing with Mr. Hutchinson is his knee. His knee is very, very sore. And he explains his medical rationale of why he has to hit me with a spoon.
Is that what he was doing?
Yeah. Like, so you see the spoon, it hits the knee, and it may be painful, but long term you will get the benefit. And it's like, okay, Dr. Catford, we're going to give you a verbal warning for this. And he went, okay, I accept. And then he fucking like Undertaker just bangs the fucking door open. So you put complaint in.
Like Ben Stiller in fucking thingy.
And then it's all fucking shooing, mate.
Yeah, it's got absolutely
So now, after that fiasco, he texts me. Do you like you get text if you speak to your phone company?
NHS
yeah. And he just goes, please, dear Mr. Hutchinson, you saw Dr. Catford today. Please rate your experience. And if I put something negative,
you getting it?
He's going to hit me harder.
Yeah.
So I have to give
5 stars.
It was great.
That's boss, man. I love that. It's funny.
Crazy. Have you got any like sibling stories?
Not really, because they were so much older, Martin and Luke. But
me
and Luke shared a room for a while and stuff like that. But again, I was just the age was so I was kind of like an only child.
How old? Different age difference?
Luke's 38, 39.
I'm not doing the math.
What's that, 14, 13?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so when you're like 10, he's like 23.
But it was, and I was really big kid.
I think my dad and his brother were like that. He was well older than him, so by the time he was at an age, my dad was off out fucking getting bevied. And
I was lucky with Martin and Luke that I just had the best of both worlds, because our Martin was like the soft touch, sort me out with stuff, and our Luke was like, I was like still got a little bit of fear about him. Do you know what I mean? And
my brother's 7 years younger than me, so I was the big sister.
When my mum used to, obviously because my dad weren't there, my mum had threatened me with Luke. And our Luke was game to, like, do you know what I mean? So she,
you just like punching your head in?
It was just, he wouldn't punch me head, do you know what I mean? But it was just like fear tactics. And he'd take me on drives and like reach for the glove compartments and stuff, and I'd be like, you know what I mean? You know, little shit like that.
Reach for the glove compartment.
Yeah. My brother hit me with a belt once, and that's why I've got a weird nose. Like, my nose is a bit funny. But it's, cause he hit me with the belt, but he was only dead young. Like, it wasn't like assault, do you know what I mean? It was just
my uncles and dads were all relatively in similar age bracket. My dad's the oldest and he's the calm one. Yeah. My uncles were fucking chaos growing up. They nicked a horse once and rode it into the fucking primary school where my gran worked, because my gran was caretaker. Well, they borrowed, it was like the state, like this girl walking like this pony or horse or whatever, and they went, let us borrow that, we'll go and see my mum. And just walked it into the fucking playground and that. So they used to do all mad shit, and I was the first of the next generation, like the grandchild. So I was just the fucking from newborn baby. They left me in an oven once.
No, you never.
Yeah, they put me in an oven. They was looking after me, and my mum come round, my grand's like Sunday dinner and everything. And obviously not on or whatever, not been used. So no, she just come round, and my uncle went,
imagine if it'd been on.
No.
And he didn't realise, and it was off, and they just threw you on.
It's one of them horrific stories.
No, I mean, it'd not been used. It'd not been used all
No,
day,
I know, but imagine like they didn't realise it.
So they went. Obviously, I spent very short amount of time, like 20 seconds max. But they went, Alison's going, hey, do this. So they put me in the oven, and they said, my gran's done his son dinner, it's in the oven. So my mum opened it and seen her firstborn.
Oh my God.
And then they put me on a tray and put like loads of salad around me and stuff.
It's
a hog roast.
That's funny,
Wow. Have you developed any weird fetishes because of that?
No, not really.
Apple in the mouth and that.
He's like, I've shagged a few pigs.
My mum was saying the other day, I used to get tethered when I was the baby as well. Like, put me in a tree and just leave you. And that, one time I was in like a caravan, and my uncle made like fangs out of a ciggy box, and like crept in while I was asleep and like woke me up. And apparently I was like fucking trying to crawl up the wall because I was that scared. You know what I mean? Like, my cousin gave me an M&M and I nearly choked on it and shit like that. Just weren't at, like, it sounded like they were just like, yeah, he'd be fine in the tree.
Our Luke was like, I always used to think, he goes mad on me and like batter me, but he, like, if he really wanted to, do you know? I think the worst time was me and my cousin. I found all these CDs in his wardrobe, and I wanted to. So we were just putting these CDs on the bed, you know, take it out of its case, put it on the bed, and then I'd get a putter and just smash fuck. And I was like, have a go, Matthew. And he was like, are you sure we can? I was like, yeah, he doesn't listen to them anymore and stuff like that. So we're just like Nirvana, you know, like great albums and stuff, and just smashing them to fucking bits. And then our Luke obviously just came in, and that was the worst one. Where he was like, right, you're
having. Did he do?
He was like, I'm fighting you. Yeah, he's amazing.
Feels warranted, that one,
going mad on his Oasis fucking CDs.
It's reminded me, we were at a house party once, and you know, you just get blathered and fuck about house parties. Like one time in this kid's house, he was just like, we're playing a game of throw biscuits at the door. Like,
what's involved in that? What the rules?
What you do? And he was just like, just throw a biscuit at that door as hard as you can, see how much mess you can make. And then that escalated to me taking the lid off a pot noodle and throwing it base first into the door, and it went everywhere.
My house got egged because I didn't invite some kids to a house party once. Mine. Yeah, and we were all fucking sitting in the living room and just dish on the window, fucking went out, and there was eggs running out. So my poor man had to come around.
Saying about the CDs and that, we locked ourselves in this lad's room once, and my mate was just like, lad, I'm just going to frisbee his DVDs out the window. And I was like, okay, yeah. And he was outside being like, you better not throw a 40-year-old virgin. We were like, what? Throwing him out the garden and that. That's just like stupid shit, isn't it?
That must be a lad thing.
It's testosterone and mob mentality. That's what it is.
That's a war star.
I'm going to throw this bomb over there.
Does does it not happen as much now?
No, it will happen
dead
now.
anxious
Yeah, it's still
and
probably
everyone.
It'll happen
okay.
all the time.
Kids
That's
are
why.
fucked as well,
That's what
especially if it's not your house.
That's what leads to like people battering people in the street and that.
Yeah.
Like a group of lads jumping a lad walking down the street on their own because they just go, "Oh, that'd be funny if you smack him."
I
Go
got
ahead, lad, hit him,
but
and
that was
then
like happy slapping era. Like, have we not passed that a bit?
I got
that'll still be happening
waterboarded
now.
and set on fire in the
Not as
same
much.
party.
What?
I got waterboarded and set on fire in the same party.
That's amazing.
We rented some cabins out
Yeah.
for my mate's 21st. I'm just fucking binged up. Like, we were fucking wired.
Binged up.
And I was naked for some reason. I was playing like spin the bottle.
Classic.
And
It was like strip spin the bottle.
no, I wanted to get naked. It was too hot.
Okay.
I was just thought this is going
Do
to
you
be.
How
like getting
old?
naked?
I used to get naked. I've been thrown out so many places for just being naked.
Right, yeah.
Right.
I just, these clothes clipping angels' wings, and I want to be free. sometimes.
I want to fly. Let me
Yeah.
fly.
So I'm naked a lot. So we're all having hijinks with each other, and we're doing like like the dentist chair and stuff, boozing.
Yeah.
And then we went, "Hey, should we waterboard him?" And I went, "Go on then." I'm not asking.
See what it's like.
I used to always have a theory like, I can't understand how that's bad.
Yeah,
Do you know what I
yeah.
mean?
Waterboarding.
I get what you mean.
The description of it is
Yeah.
like, well, you just put a towel on someone's head and pour water.
Sounds
that bad?
hydrating.
Yeah. So
Do that like a spa, innit? Like a hot, wet towel. Oh.
they did that, but with Stella. And it is
Heaven. He's like fucking eyes rolling back in his head.
Do you think waterboarding's worse if they use sparkling water because it's fizzy as well?
Yeah.
It's
Spicy.
Yeah. It is.
a real sick fuck.
It is really unnerving, you know.
Yeah.
It
Is
is
it?
weird. Yeah, it's a
You
weird
can't
sense
breathe.
of-
You
And then
just
you got
Yeah.
set on fire. They were like, what else could we do to him?
Yeah, you see,
So I'll-
boat break.
How did it transition into being waterboarded to getting set on fire?
So that was just a dare. So that was not even a dare. Just like
See what happens.
just gradually. There was pouring
like leveling up one
there's
one
like
up in each other,
lager
innit?
and vodka in my mouth at the same time.
Yeah.
As like a dentist chair.
Yeah.
And then it just gradually got, oh, that's fucking something.
Because the people were like, let's make him eat man shit.
What won't you do? I was with, like, I've had me mate sick before, do you know what I mean? Just,
Oh, lad, no.
I'm just like sit off the carpet like
Ozzy
a dog.
Osbourne shit.
Yeah, so I was just like anything goes with me. I don't give a shit at all. I'm
It's
Why?
hard to make a name for
I
yourself.
don't know. I just when I'm pissed, I'm just like,
So it's just when you're pissed.
Yeah, we wouldn't
Yeah,
eat sick off the
just-
floor now, would
no,
you?
do you know what I mean?
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's just a
Would you?
thing.
That could be sick.
Halloween special.
Content.
Yeah, so I'm just bollock naked at this point. We're having like dares and stuff, just drinking games, and this girl got dared to kiss me, which, you know, a bit insulting.
She went, no, set him on fire.
Well, she went in for a kiss, and my mate was in the middle, and he got a deodorant can, and you know that thing where you can make it like a flamethrower. Did that to me at my bollocks. But what we didn't really realise was, in the previous go, my mate had to suckle tequila from my belly button.
Yeah.
So I had loads of alcohol all in and around me, and it
hell.
just went, and I couldn't get out. I was just on fire.
You just have to wait for the alcohol
So
to burn off, innit?
I'm just like writhing around,
Stop, drop, roll.
and so we carry on getting on it and that because I'm so fucked. I'm like, oh, I suppose that.
Yeah.
What a rush.
The next day I'm going work, so I just stay up all night, go to work the next day to the buckets, like you mentioned before. I'm walking down the street with my mate. I'm like, fucking hell, what's that fucking smell? Like burning tyres. Was probably
Your pubes.
your pubes. What do you mean? From the fire. I went, what fire? I got set on fire and forgot.
You looked out at a charred
I'm just like all black all around me, like really red,
Rough, that.
like proper.
That's mad.
Deep.
Wow. That's mad. I've been chased through a park twice. Same park, once by a group of lads and once by a group of girls in St. Helens.
Trying to batter you
sounds
or?
Yeah. Couldn't catch me though.
yeah.
Yeah.
I loved that lad. Your mate was so lucky to have you, you know, as a mate. You know, just to like have that in one little, you can just do shit to him. Like there was always one. Dare him to do it. Go knock on that door and say fucking, you know what I mean? And they just would. They just would. Them kids are a dying breed and they all need saluting. I
got kicked out my house and mugged on the same day once as well.
That's rough.
Oh really? Yeah.
Yeah. So 17.
I've never been mugged. I don't think.
I have.
17. My mum had been on holiday, so I had like the lads around for parties and stuff. Yeah. Obviously bog standard, but they weren't like too wild or anything. The odd fire,
the waterboard, the odd fire, you know.
So you've been attempted to be mugged twice and gone no.
Yeah. And they just went. Go on.
I did that with an armed robbery.
Oh yeah.
At the bookies, I went nah.
Yeah. Well, one time was just I was getting money out of the cash machine. A load of lads went, "Hey, is that?" And I went, "Nah," and just jumped in a car. Do you know what I mean? Straight away, drove off. The second time we were having a joint on a park. I tried to do stand-up about it. We were having a joint, and then these lads come from like 2 different ways. It was mad. They were like whistled each other though.
Synchronised.
Like weird whistling at this end of the park.
Like
I've got a market.
And then whistling here. and then they come out of nowhere and they all had the faces like ballied up and all that. But he come up to me like that. And he was like, "Give us all your stuff now." And I was just like,
"What's that?"
And I was stoned. So I was like, "Ah." I was like, "What's happening?" And he grabbed me mate and like put his hands to his head like a gun. So obviously my mate stood there going, "What the fuck's on my head?" And I was like, "Lad, it's just his fingers, you know."
Chill, yeah.
and then when they sort of realised that we weren't going to give them anything, because I recognised them as well from our school, a few years younger anyway. So I was like, I know who these are anyway. When they sort of realised, they were just like, we're only messing, lad. And I was like, okay, just going to carry on smoking this joint now. And then they all fucked off, like it was weird.
Like, damn.
But the thing, if I had went, oh, fucking kid, they would have took the stuff, like, because they were fucking had the balaclavas on and everything. Like,
in training, there was a few of them.
We were just proper stoned. I was like, wow, what's going on here, lad? I don't even realise what's happening. It was just mad, because he like put his hand to his head like that.
That's hilarious. I'll do it, man. You were stoned enough where you just went, don't move, I'll take it.
Yeah, we were all just like that. Hey.
It's like that president who got shot. I can't remember which one, but the way he got past security was he had his gun under a fucking handkerchief.
Oh, really? Yeah.
And like, are you fucking messing like, security? That looks fine.
Do you remember that scene that you may not have seen Scarface, and it's when they try and kill Tony Montana, and it's the same. It's 2 like moody looking like Colombian fellas, and they've got massive Uzis with just a tiny handkerchief over them. You're like, come on, we're gonna play the game, mate.
Yeah, he's just doing that magician trick. Or something. Just a magician, don't worry about him. Fucking floating in that.
Fucking magazines like coming on.
Did you go through uni? Jim?
No, I missed my accounts exam because I sneaked to Rome.
What? Sneaked to Rome?
Yeah, and got caught.
Oh, weren't you on the news or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you told us this last time.
Got on GMTV.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Old school, yeah. We went this morning, but it GMTV, baby.
I like basically went to the Champions League final, not to the match, but just to watch it in Rome, like the atmosphere and that. But it was when Champions League, so on Wednesday night, the finals on Wednesday nights, and I said, "Fuck me accounts exam off." So I told my dad I was staying at my mate's house. My mate said he's staying at our house. And we went to Rome on the coach. And texted me that and went, everything's fine. And then I'm in the background on GMTV. Just like, I've just seen you on GMTV. What about your accounts exam? And I went, don't worry, I've got full time hours in the bookies, so
Champions League final.
It was a bit of a rogue move, but it's
yeah, it's mad.
But they're the shit. That's the shit like that makes shit. You know what I mean? Your dad's probably fucking did shit like that when he was a kid.
We done that to Amsterdam, me and my mates. We were going to go to Amsterdam like in a few weeks. We've been saving up to go, and we were just stoned at my mates, and then we were in the car outside, sat just having a joint and that, and my mate goes, "I'm just looking at flights to Amsterdam there. We could go tomorrow morning for like 40 quid. Yeah. And I was like, should we just go tomorrow? It was like 1 a.m. I was like, should we just go then? He was like, yeah. So we just drove home, got our passports, drove to the airport, and was just like, one flight to Amsterdam, please.
I did that with the stag do, Paul Smith's first stag do.
Yeah.
Just went out for a pint.
And then with a picture of you, fucking,
passport,
I think Callum still got it, and it's Jamie, fucking like ossified drunk, holding his top up, kicks to his fucking ankles, dick out, and just like that on a skip.
Oh yeah, when I danced on top of a skip, but I was just like hitting me willies in my belly.
I'm sure Callum still got it.
Yeah, it probably has one.
The night I got fucking kicked out and mugged, and relationship breakdown with my mum. So she come back from holiday, had my mates down, and she burst in my room, like, hungover and that. I went, the fucking house is tidy enough, do you know what I mean? What she moaning at? She went, your mate says, Nick, I've nicked my fucking radio. This radio, if it was anything over a £5, she's been fucking hoodwinked.
Yeah.
It was one of these shitty radios you have in the bath.
Yeah.
Right? Barely get any signal anywhere.
Sticky one.
Dog shit. She adored it.
Yeah.
Do you know if there was an house fire? It
So she's
would
grabbing first.
be radio, my brother, me. This fucking radio's gone missing. She went, you're fucking scummy, mates. And she kept calling me mate scummy. I went, my mate's not going to nick your fucking £5 radio.
Hey, they're arsonists. They're my friends.
So I'm getting, like, you know, defensive, like, defending my mate's honour. Just saying, they've not fucking nicked. Why would they nick your radio? What the fuck are you talking about? And she's like, you've got no respect with you. And I normally just apologise for quiet life. Do you know what I mean? That's just default. Can't be asked confrontation.
So I'll move on, whatever.
Yeah, but I was so fucking pissed off. And I flipped out. I went, fuck off. So she went, get out. And I'm fucking leaving, don't worry. So I stormed out, went to my dad's. And I was seething. So I went to my mate and went, I'm going to have to go pub here. So I was only 17. The only place that would serve us was the Royal Oak. I went in and City are playing. I'm a United fan. I'm pissed. I started singing United songs at the telly, you know, just having football banter.
Yeah.
It's a City pub, and you're just like, oh, this is only going one way. Luckily, City won. They come back from 2-0 down. And this guy went, that just saved you a battering. Rubinho scored, doesn't it?
Just a glutton for punishment, you know, aren't you?
Anyway, I start dancing on the tables and that, fucking singing Elvis, top off in the pub. I'm just pissed. I was so angry. I'm just like, I'm letting everything loose tonight. Anyway, I go and walk home. I take the wrong turn. I'm really bad directions and stuff. Bump into some lads, and they, I'm in the shop, and they go, I'll buy you some cigs. I went, no, fucked off. And I'm walking, and like two of them nudge into me and get in front of me. And then one takes my legs away and they just start fucking kicking me.
Oh, shit.
And one fucking volleyed me in the head. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Took my wallet and everything. I had like 20 quid in it. Volleyed me head though. I was like, oh. Like, came round. I was like, visibly dazed and dizzy.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm just going to have to, didn't know where I was, disorientated. And just knocked on the nearest house for help. It turned out it's a paramedic, which was fucking really good fortune.
Yeah.
A paramedic who went to school with my mum.
Shit.
Went, yo,
Mad.
Alison's like that, yeah. No.
Slams the door in your face.
Where's the radio? Yeah, that bitch. And he rings, like, if he knew my family anyway. So he went, I've checked him out, he seems fine, but I'll take him to A&E just because he's been kicked in the head. So just to be safe, but he seems sound. So my dad's there, my uncle. And
how bad must your mum must have felt like having a big kick off? Oh,
well, this is it. So I come round, and I've been seen to, and in the waiting room, my mum's there, like, visibly shaken. She went, oh, you all right? I went, all right. It's all your fault.
No, you never.
Yeah.
Even though you've been shouting Man United songs.
Yeah, she starts crying, leaves the hospital. I go back to my dad's and I live with my dad for like 2 weeks. Me and my mum are pretty close.
Yeah.
And I just didn't speak. So I was just like adamant. We've always had like arguments, but I've always like apologised and just smoothed it over. But this one I was like, I'm so adamant I'm in the right here over this fucking radio that I've not fucking touched.
Wow.
It's led me to go out, get pissed, led me to get battered. 2 weeks go by, my dad's had enough of me. He's like, nah, you fucking go in.
You're going back there, you.
So he mediates a peace treaty. So it's like the Good Friday Agreement. So we go back to my house, and my mum is, I know she feels guilty, but she won't bring it.
You didn't say mummy then, did you?
No, my mum feels guilty. I know my mum feels guilty.
I know, but it sounded like you said mummy.
No.
But it was like, my mummy is...
Mammy, I'll never forget.
Oh, the mask is slipping. My ma. My ma is, I think, feeling guilty, but won't bring herself to apologise. So she jokingly says, "Are you brewing up then?" And I'm no, brew up. So I make a brew begrudgingly.
Still make it though.
Yeah, but too much milk.
The milk in fish.
Shit like that.
So we sort it out. We end up being friends again. And then she comes in my room and she puts her head around the corner and just goes, "The radio was in my suitcase, you know."
Oh,
I went through all that for fuck all, mate.
that's bad, isn't it?
Absolute chaos. One of them.
Did you learn anything from it?
Really?
It would have been nice to have learned.
The way
something from it,
the fucking first door, you knock onto a paramedic who knows your man.
Yeah.
The
So
I
handy,
fell
that.
on a rock and needed stitches in my head, and that was at a paramedic's house as well. So
That's so handy.
we once putting a goal together, and you had to like fucking kick the posts in, and I've had my finger in one of the wedges, and it just went ding, and like took a fucking, you know what I mean, like a chunk out my tongue. And some fella, Carl Jenkins, who was like a bit of a fucking lunatic out my ass, and he came and just like like grabbed my hands, and he knew me dad and all that, so he was like, "You'll be sound, lad, you'll be fucking, you'll be alright." And he's grabbed my hands and just poured TCP all, like, I mean, it was like it was like a fucking like it took a bit bite out of it, and I'm fucking he's going, "Shut up, lad." That was a fucking odd. I remember that one. Going back to me ma being like fuming at him. She was like, he's not in fucking World War One.
I've got a bit of a phobia of wasps, like to a higher extent than what would be normal, like a screaming big eye and stuff.
Nice.
Like, I don't have any inhibitions or.
Oh, didn't one try and get you in a open air gig? Or was that Freddie?
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Oh, right,
So
right.
I would, because I attached wasps with my mum leaving, because she was pushing me in the park when I was a kid, and a wasp, because she's terrified of wasps, a wasp went near her and she left the pram and just bolted, just left in the middle of a park. So I was like,
and you were raised in the wild.
like,
30 years later, you found it again. Like,
fennel.
you're mine now. Yeah.
What if it's with the baby? I can't.
I'm
It's
like,
the wasp
"Mama, wasp flying around me." So I associate wasps with, you know, absent parents.
Yeah.
Anyway, I got stung on Southport or Blackpool or whatever, and my gran was carrying me through like a fucking, like you said, like I've lost a leg at the song. Just carrying, "He's been stung! Quick,
Cauterize the wound."
What she did, she burst into a cafe and went, "I need vinegar." So she just poured vinegar all over my shoulder. My mum fucking had a Victorian method.
Fucking swing to bite on.
That's hilarious, that. We're going to have to wrap it up, I think, because we got other stuff to go do.
What time are we on?
It's 4 o'clock now.
Sweet.
But yeah, nice one for coming on, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks,
Got any
Jamie.
work in progresses? The Leicester?
Yeah, Leicester on the February 9th at Black Horse. It's my pinned tweet, I think, at the moment.
Yeah.
We're also doing a live show on the 13th of December for the podcast, so go check that out.
Hot Water's Green Room.
Hot Water's Green Room.
We'll check that out as well.
And check the podcast out itself.
Give Jamie a follow. What you got, anything coming up, man?
I've been doing a lot more. Just follow me on the Instagram.
Yeah, look out for
TK
dates
Comedy,
and that.
and you find my many dates.
Yeah. Jump on the Patreon. There's loads of stuff on there now. Fucking all sorts.
Yeah, 4 or 5 bonus things like every month.
Yeah.
Mad stuff. Next month we're doing a VR experience, so that'll be great.
Yeah. And we've got some stuff planned for
then,
December and
some
that as
mad
well.
stuff planned.
Tuesday nights from the 22nd of November. Going to be a new gig in Metro Cola.
Oh yeah.
Mad High Club Comedy.
It's going to be
Forward to that.
fun. It's come down for them. It's free entry. Just got to reserve tickets. The first one sold out though. But yeah, nice one for watching, everyone. Appreciate it. And we'll see yous all.
Enjoy your day.
Oh, Keiru Rugs.
Keiru
Go follow them.
Rugs.
I'll put the thing because I don't know if I'm saying it right, but it is how you
Such a
spell
good
it.
gift for someone. If you want it, like you could get someone a rug of your head.
He does funny
Yeah.
ones as well.
Yeah,
I'm not sure
yeah.
whether you can request them, but
Yeah, no, you
Yeah,
can.
you can do
can
whatever.
you?
do
Yeah,
one. Well,
you
he's done
can
that
just
one
make
for
it.
us.
Oh, that's sick.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, go check them out as well. And yeah, nice one, everyone. We'll see you soon. Take it
Love
easy.
you, bye.
Cheers.
Bye.